is Bill in Baton Rouge. I wanted to ask a question about shadow inventory. It's kind of a new buzzword in the appraiser and economic news here lately. I know that you out there have done your fair share of pre-foreclosure drive-by appraisals. I've done a few here locally. And the thing I wonder about is an article by Michael, I think it's Michael Arabolto over in California. He wrote an article on Active Rain that said that 70% of the REO inventory is never listed in the MLS system. And I find that to be true here. As far as shadow inventory, there's lots of sheriff sales. There are some sheriff sales, there's short sales. Those are both kind of difficult to quantify in our local market because we really don't know how many there are. And if they're a short sale, it kind of seems like it's difficult to get our local reporting, I want to say MLS, to really kind of tell us, hey, it really is a short sale. Maybe some agents don't want to let it be known that it's a short sale, to stigmatify the property. But as far as quantifying shadow inventory, that being sheriff sales, short sales, anything that's not really listed in the MLS system, and therefore we really know about it, how do you go about defining that in your local market? How does that enter into your appraisal? I'm curious myself. I don't always know what the shadow inventory is. I know that there is a decent amount of pre-foreclosure drive-bys taking place in our local market, and it's definitely not on the radar screen. We keep getting rosy economic reports about Baton Rouge being such a great market, and I'm not saying that it's not, but I mean, over 250, 300,000 is not moving very well, and hasn't been for quite some time. What is moving is, your first-time home buyer, more affordable market. Our market has returned to the more affordable side big time. It used to be, $136 a square foot and up for new construction, and that's falling. So, just curious to know how you handle, if you'd like to comment down below on the blog, how you handle shadow inventory, how you try to quantify it. Do you go to realquest.com, or do you go to some other type of service to try to quantify exactly how much shadow inventory there is? It's probably a mystery to all of us because none of us know how many true pre-foreclosures are in the pipeline, or how many short sales, or how many sheriff sales are really taking place. So anyway, just curious about your answer on that, curious about your experience on that. It is a factor in our markets when we're doing these appraisals as to how much shadow inventory there really is, because in Baton Rouge there is a certain percentage of shadow inventory that is out there that will be for pre-foreclosures or foreclosures in the not too distant future, but they're not on the radar screen, they're not in MLS, so they are a factor, but how big of a factor is difficult to quantify, difficult to know, and I'd be curious to know how you deal with that. So I appreciate your comments. Thank you.